Hi guys, Hayden here, 2025 coaching module marking contests, the last of the longer ones. Specific to marking contests are the 5 rules there. Holds or blocks, unduly pushes or bumps, deliberately interferes with the arms, makes contact to an opposition player, makes an unrealistic attempt. So those 5 are specific to marking contests. Then in the blue, you've also got your prohibited contact ones, which are pushing the backs, which are high tackles, etc. Circle part permitted contact. Incidental contact in a marking contest will be permitted if the player's sole objective is to contest or spoil a mark. So that's what we're going to refer to in this playbook module. Let's have a look at what legal body use is in a marking contest. AFL example. Body use will be to the side. So you can see that there's a bump. Okay, there's a bump to the side. However, it's legal use. It's to the side and not PIB. It's not considered undue or excessive. Timing of use of body is appropriate. Player is able to contest the ball, which is mightily important in marking contest. Legal body use. Let's have a look at this, a good example from VFL. Once again, body use is to the side. A little push out or bump out. Legal use of body to the side, not PIB, not considered undue or excessive. Timing of use of body is appropriate. Player able to contest the ball. Last example. Here's another push. Little push to the side. Okay, just gets the player off balance. Legal use to the side, not PIB, not considered undue or excessive. Timing of use of body is appropriate. Player able to contest the ball. So, you can use the body in a legal manner by pushing or bumping to the side. As long as the player is able to contest the ball, that's of paramount importance. Let's have a look at incidental contact. What actually is incidental contact? It says there incidental contact in a marking contest will be permitted if the player's sole objective is to contest or spoil. So incidental contact can be categorised by occurs when the sole objective is to contest or spoil the mark. There is contact which would be considered under the threshold of a free kick, for example, high tackle or PIB. Let's have a look at. All right, you can see in that particular instance, there's an arm that comes over the shoulder. That contact would be considered under the threshold of a free kick. That would be considered incidental contact. Sole objective is to contest or spoil the ball. Another example, once again, there's a little bit of high tackle. Sole objective is to contest or spoil the mark. Left arm of 57's over the shoulder. It would be considered below the threshold of a free kick, so it would be considered incidental contact. Play on is the call. Hopefully that clears up a little bit about incidental contact. Marking contest, let's get into it. At AFL level, 24.3% of whistle-blown decisions. So it's a significant area for us to adjudicate. Width always wins. 25 metres away is our best position. Side on just short of contest is also a contributor to our best position. The other part to umpiring marking contests well is forward observation. We don't want you watching the mid-zone kicker. Your eyes would have to be on those 3 pairs circled. The umpire is in purple. Don't watch the square, which is the mid-zone kicker. Your objective is to watch those 3 pairs of players. That's where the free kick's going to come from. The action of the free kick does not have to have an influence on the outcome of the contest for it to be a free kick. So a jumper hold, a jumper flag, as soon as you see it, you pay it. Let's have a look at position. Great spot there. What did we talk about? Width always wins, 25 metres away. Perfect example. Side on, just short of the contest. That gives us the best spot for us to adjudicate from. Width always wins, side on just short of contest, forward observation. As I said previously, there's specific free kicks listed in the law book in regard to marking contests. So that's holds, blocks, unduly pushes, deliberately interferes, front on contact, unrealistic. And then PIB, high contact and rough contact appear under prohibited contact, general freeze. Holds, I'll leave that for you to go through. Blocks, unduly pushes or bumps, deliberately interferes with the arms, front on contact, unrealistic attempt. PIB, high contact, rough contact. What I'm planning to do now is go through each one of those types of free kicks with some examples and explanations. Let's go to holds first. A hold occurs when an arm or arms wraps past the midline of an opponent. Hand resting on hips, not a free kick. Jumper flag, so the jumper extending out from the body is a free kick. Let's have a look at some. Forward observation, and what you see there, as soon as I put a screenshot on, you can see the right arm wrapping around the midline of an opponent. Free kick, hold. Same as this example. There it goes. Early on, bull ants. Wraps the arm around the opponent. Arm or arms wrap past the midline. Free kick. AFL example. You'll see it going. See that first one. Clearly that player has got both arms holding the St Kilda, and then the arm wraps past the midline. Free kick. Jumper hold, hard to see in that instance. But however, what you see is white is holding the dark coloured jumper, and you can see the flag. So that's holds. Let's go to the next one, blocks. Generally 2v1 situation, using arms in a shepherding motion is a cue. Moving off line is a cue. Eyes not on ball are a cue. Remember, there's a difference between cue and the free kick. Cues only help us, but the free kick must occur. Let's have a look here. 30. Eyes not on the ball, on the player. That's a cue. But the block occurs. North Melbourne takes eyes off the ball, moves off his line, and blocks the Hawthorn opponent, resulting in the correct free kick. Williamstown takes eyes off the ball, moves off the line, and blocks the opponent. Sorry. There he is there. Eyes go off the ball onto the opponent, and you can see moving across the line. He goes eyes off the ball, which is the cue, then moves the 2 metres across and blocks the opponent. Eyes off ball, blocks the opponent. St Kilda, eyes off the ball, and then blocks the opponent and is unable to contest, resulting in a correct free kick. Unduly pushes or bumps. A player is allowed to use the body in order to contest the mark. So you pay this when the timing is well before the contest, so unable to contest. Contact may be the opposition considered excessive, which is rare, and player making contact unable to contest ball. That's often a big one. Let's have a look. Accidental. Okay, the player, Collingwood, just trips over just beforehand. So he's there, and you can just see him trip, just in there, but ultimately pushes the opponent. Right, not contesting the ball. Collingwood bumps opposition to the side of the body, does not contest the ball, resulting in a correct free kick. Here's an excessive early one. Looking at Adelaide player. Does not contest. Block is called. Whether it's a block or an undue push or bump, doesn't really matter. Get the correct free kick. But you can see the player who's done the bumping is unable to contest. Free kick.
Block for Adelaide.
Nine spaces, gives it to Levi Ashcroft. Kick around the corner. Nine spaces, gives
hit.
it to Levi Ashcroft. Kick around the corner, bounces to...
And what we see here, White bumps opposition to the side of the body, does not contest the ball, resulting in a correct free kick. Right.
Nine spaces, gives it to Levi Ashcroft. Kick around the corner. Nine spaces, gives it to Levi Ashcroft. Kick around the corner, bounces to...
I'm hoping that you would understand now as a play-on situation. Bumps, but he's able to contest. Bumps, but he's contesting. So similar to what we started the coaching module with, Collingwood bumps the opposition to the side of the body, but he's able to contest the ball. Play on. And a good example from AFL. You see the push out there occur by Swans. Push out. But is able to contest the ball, even though the Richmond player is out of the contest. Sydney pushes opposition to the side of the body, but is able to contest the ball. It was play on. Deliberately interferes. Sorry, I should go back to that. Spalling hand not near ball. Spalling arm sweeping motion. Mismatched opponents. One player out of position. Let's have a look. So you can see there the position of the spalling arm is not near the ball. It's probably a foot away, deliberately interfering with the arms of the opposition player.
Mine. Still mine, yep. Yours, mine.
Right. Spalling hand not near the ball, deliberately interfering with the arms of the opposition player.
Mine. Still mine, yep. Yours, mine.
That's considered a free kick.
Me.
But what you'll see is that the contest is near the ball or on the ball. So spalling hand near ball, no evidence of deliberately interfering with the arms. That would be a play-on situation.
Mark.
Let's go to front-on contact. Eyes not on ball. Coming from front-on position. Contact made with the opposition. No ball contact.
Front on contact. Richmond.
See where the ball is?
Sam.
Melbourne player, eyes not on ball. Contact made with the opposition player in the front-on position.
Front on contact. Richmond. Sam.
In this instance, GWS coming from a front-on position, contact made with player attempting to mark from the frontal. Eyes not on ball, making contact with an opposition player, not contesting the ball.
Don't argue. Here's Davis, launches it towards goal. He's got a one-on-one in the goal square. And a free kick is going to go the way of Drury. Oh, no, Toby Pink, sorry.
Yeah, there was absolute.
So, Geelong, eyes not on ball, making
Don't
frontal
argue.
contact.
Here's Davis, launches it towards goal. He's got a one-on-one in the goal square.
Attempting to mark.
And a free kick is going to go the way of Drury.
Front-on contact free kick.
Oh, no, Toby Pink, sorry.
Yeah, there was
A good
absolute.
example of play on. In this instance, you can see there that the Collingwood players' eyes are on the ball, which is different to previous examples, and is able to contest the ball. So a very good example as play on and not front on contact. Unrealistic attempt. Up early. Unable to touch the ball. Uncontrolled leap. Must be interference with the opposition. So an early jump, but that must have interference with the opposition player. So you can see 22 there. White interfering with 36, I think it is. Okay. And unable to contest the ball. So that's considered an unrealistic attempt. So in this instance, player goes up early, interferes with an opponent, and is unable to contest the mark. Ball goes over here. Free kick. Once again, the interference with the opposition is important. Unrealistic attempt. Okay, so number 3 must interfere with 23, which he does. So Footscray's up early for the marking contest, interferes with the opponent and unable to contest, makes it an unrealistic attempt. Push in the back with hands, forearms, bump to the body. Push does not have to be undue. It just has to be a push in the back, is an immediate free kick.
You know, end zone.
You see there, the push from 20 on 35. Pushes in the back. It's an immediate free kick. There's a force exerted.
You know, end zone. End zone. Yep. Push in the
At the
back.
back.
Push. Francis.
A push or bump in the back should result when a force is exerted. You can see there. Third example. Not as much force, but there certainly is a push in the back, but there is the force exerted. A push or bump in the back should result when a force is exerted.
Well, yours. Yep.
Once again, good use of the whistle. Push in the back. So the terminology there should be push in the back.
Yours. Yep. Well. Yours. Yep. Push.
Terminology, push in the back. Great use of double whistle or stop play.
Well. Yours.
High contact. 2 examples. Fairly significant solid contact across the head.
Come back on. Stand! Stand!
And the same. Solid contact. Deserves free kicks. Rough conduct. Basically, these used to be free kicks a few years ago. Use of studs from a back position like that in a marking contest no longer considered a free kick due to its low consideration, likely cause injury. Let's go to scoring line marking contests. And scoring line marking contests should be adjudicated as per other marking contests. Warranted free kicks, regardless of the contest, proximity to the scoring line should be paid. However, a player may hold ground and protect the drop. So, the same rules for marking contests apply on the scoring line. Let's have a look. That player, Port Adelaide, is just going at the opposition player, Fremantle. It's an undue push bump. In this case, the Port player is making no attempt to contest the ball and only contests the player going the ball and is correctly penalised for the undue push or bump. This here is a push in the back. Okay, not contesting the ball and pushes in the back. Another example. Push in the back or an undue push, whichever way you like. That there shows that it's a push in the back. Pay the free kick. You are allowed to hold the ground to allow the ball. Good example. Play on. In this case, North Melbourne player holds ground. Same in this instance. He stops, holds ground, doesn't go off the line, doesn't do anything illegal. Same there. Holds ground. So you are allowed to shepherd the ball. Hold the ground. Hope that's clear. Any questions? Give us a buzz. Cheers.